Welcome to a fascinating journey through the world of endemic birds, species found nowhere else but in their native countries. This checklist, based on the comprehensive work All the Birds of the World by Del Hoyo J., takes us across continents and islands, revealing the unique avian treasures each region holds. From the lush rainforests of Indonesia to the vast outback of Australia and the vibrant landscapes of Brazil and the Philippines, we'll explore the diversity and significance of these remarkable birds. Let's begin by understanding what makes a bird endemic and why these species are so crucial for biodiversity and conservation efforts worldwide. Birds are distributed across several zoogeographical regions, each with its own unique set of endemic species. These regions include the Nearctic, Palearctic, Afrotropical, Oriental, Neotropical, Australasian, and the Antarctic and Subantarctic. Each region is shaped by its climate, geography, and evolutionary history, resulting in distinct bird communities. Understanding these regions helps us appreciate the diversity of endemic birds and the environmental factors that influence their evolution. As we move forward, we'll see how these regions contribute to the global tapestry of avian life. Some countries are true hotspots for endemic birds, boasting hundreds of species found nowhere else. Indonesia leads the world with 557 endemic species, followed by Australia with 369, Brazil with 275, and the Philippines with 270. These numbers reflect not only the size and diversity of these countries, but also their unique habitats and evolutionary history. The presence of so many endemic birds highlights the importance of these countries for global biodiversity and the urgent need for their conservation. Endemism refers to species that are native to a particular place and found nowhere else on Earth. These birds have evolved in isolation, often due to geographic barriers like mountains, rivers, or oceans. Endemic birds are especially vulnerable to habitat loss and environmental changes, making their conservation a top priority. By studying endemic species, scientists gain insights into evolution, adaptation, and the health of ecosystem. Protecting these birds means preserving the unique natural heritage of each region. Indonesia stands out as the world's richest country for endemic birds. Its vast archipelago, stretching across the Oriental and Australasian regions, provides countless habitats for avian life. From the Wajia brush turkey to the Biak scrubful, Indonesia's birds showcase a stunning variety of colors, shapes, and behaviors. Many of these species are threatened or endangered, highlighting the urgent need for habitat protection and sustainable development. Let's take a closer look at some of Indonesia's most remarkable endemic birds. Among Indonesia's 557 endemic birds, several are critically endangered or vulnerable. The silvery pigeon, Sumatran ground cuckoo, and Flores hawk eagle are just a few examples of species facing extinction. These birds are threatened by deforestation, hunting, and habitat fragmentation. Conservation efforts such as protected areas and community engagement are essential to ensure their survival. By highlighting these species, we can raise awareness and inspire action to protect Indonesia's unique avian heritage. Indonesia's geography creates a mosaic of habitats, from lowland rainforests to mountain peaks and remote islands. Each habitat supports its own set of endemic birds, many of which have adapted to very specific ecological niches. For example, the snow mountain quail lives at high altitudes, while the Sula scrubful is found only on certain islands. This diversity makes Indonesia a living laboratory for the study of evolution and adaptation. IUCN and BirdLife International assess the conservation status of each bird species, using categories like least concern, near threatened, vulnerable, endangered, and critically endangered. In Indonesia, many endemic birds fall into the threatened categories, reflecting the pressures they face. Understanding these statuses helps prioritize conservation actions and track progress over time. It also underscores the interconnectedness of species, habitats, and human activity. Australia is another hotspot for endemic birds, with 369 species found only within its borders. The continent's isolation and varied environments have led to the evolution of unique birds like the emu, lyrebird, and cockatoos. Australia's birds are not only diverse but also iconic, playing important roles in the country's culture and ecosystems. Let's explore some of the remarkable species that make Australia a paradise for birdwatchers. Australia's endemic birds include some of the world's most recognizable species. The emu, the second largest bird on Earth, roams the outback, while the laughing kookaburra's call is a symbol of the Australian bush. Cockatoos with their striking crests and loud calls are found across the continent. These birds are not only beautiful but also vital for pollination, seed dispersal, and maintaining healthy ecosystems. Despite their abundance, many of Australia's endemic birds face serious threats. Habitat loss, invasive species, and climate change are putting pressure on populations. Species like the night parrot and regent honeyeater are critically endangered, requiring urgent conservation action. Australia's protected areas, research programs, and community involvement are key to safeguarding these unique birds for future generations. Australian birds have evolved remarkable adaptations to survive in diverse environments. The superb lyrebird is famous for its mimicry, while the malleefowl builds massive nesting mounds. Parrots and honeyeaters have specialized beaks for feeding on nectar, seeds, and insects. These adaptations not only illustrate the creativity of evolution, but also highlight the importance of preserving varied habitats. Brazil is home to 275 endemic bird species, making it a leader in neotropical biodiversity. The country's vast rainforests, savannas, and wetlands provide habitats for a dazzling array of birds. From the vibrant Brazilian tanier to the elusive Spix's macaw, Brazil's endemic birds are a testament to the richness of South America's ecosystems. However, many of these species are threatened by deforestation and habitat conversion. Several of Brazil's endemic birds are critically endangered or extinct in the wild. The Spix's macaw, once thought extinct, is now the focus of reintroduction efforts. Other species like the Alagoas curassow and blue-eyed ground dove are on the brink of extinction. Conservationists are working tirelessly to protect these birds through habitat restoration, captive breeding, and legal protection. Amazon and Atlantic forests are hotspots for Brazil's endemic birds. These lush environments support species like the white-browed guan, red-billed curassow, and various hummingbirds and tanagers. The complexity of these forests creates countless ecological niches, allowing for high levels of endemism. Protecting these forests is vital not only for birds but for global climate and biodiversity. Brazil faces significant challenges in conserving its endemic birds. Deforestation, agriculture, and urbanization are major threats, especially in the Atlantic forest where only a fraction of the original habitat remains. Conservation organizations are working to establish reserves, promote sustainable land use, and engage local communities. The survival of Brazil's endemic birds depends on these collaborative efforts. Philippines, an archipelago of over 7,000 islands, is home to 270 endemic bird species. Its isolation and varied habitats have led to the evolution of birds found nowhere else, such as the Philippine eagle, Palawan peacock pheasant, and the colorful fruit doves. Many of these species are highly specialized, adapted to the unique conditions of their island homes. Philippines has one of the highest numbers of critically endangered birds in the world. The Philippine eagle, Mindoro bleeding heart, and Sulu hornbill are just a few examples. These birds are threatened by habitat loss, hunting, and the illegal pet trade. Conservationists are focusing on habitat protection, captive breeding, and education to save these species from extinction. Diversity of the Philippines' endemic birds is truly astonishing. From the tiny Philippine pygmy woodpecker to the majestic rufous hornbill, each species plays a role in its ecosystem. Many birds are important pollinators and seed dispersers, helping to maintain the health of forests and other habitats. Their vibrant colors and songs add to the natural beauty of the islands. Conservation in the Philippines is a race against time. Organizations are working to protect remaining forests, establish breeding programs, and raise awareness among local communities. Success stories such as the recovery of the Philippine cockatoo show that with dedication and support, it is possible to bring species back from the brink. Continued efforts are essential to ensure the survival of the Philippines' unique avian heritage. The IUCN Red List is the global standard for assessing the conservation status of species. Categories range from least concern to critically endangered and extinct. These assessments are based on population trends, habitat quality, and threats. Understanding these categories helps guide conservation priorities and mobilize resources for the most at-risk species. Endemic birds are indicators of ecosystem health and evolutionary history. Their presence reflects the uniqueness of their habitats and the processes that shape them. When endemic birds thrive, it often means the ecosystem is healthy. Conversely, their decline can signal environmental problems. Protecting endemic birds is not just about saving individual species, it's about preserving entire ecosystems and the services they provide. Across the world, endemic birds face a range of threats, from habitat destruction and climate change to invasive species and illegal trade. These challenges require coordinated international efforts, strong legal frameworks, and local community involvement. By working together, we can address the root causes of biodiversity loss and create a sustainable future for both birds and people. Local communities are often the frontline defenders of endemic birds. Their knowledge, traditions, and stewardship are essential for effective conservation. Community-based programs that promote sustainable livelihoods, education, and habitat restoration have proven successful in many regions. Empowering people to protect their natural heritage benefits both wildlife and human well-being. Ongoing research and monitoring are vital for understanding the status of endemic birds and the effectiveness of conservation actions. Scientists use field surveys, satellite tracking, and genetic studies to gather data. This information guides management decisions and helps adapt strategies as conditions change. Collaboration between researchers, governments, and NGOs is key to success. Birdwatching and ecotourism can provide important incentives for conservation. Many countries with high numbers of endemic birds attract visitors from around the world, generating income for local communities and funding for conservation projects. Responsible tourism practices ensure that these activities benefit both people and wildlife, creating a win-win situation. Education is a powerful tool for conservation. By teaching people about the value of endemic birds and the threats they face, we can inspire action and foster a sense of stewardship. Schools, nature centers, and media campaigns all play a role in raising awareness. An informed public is more likely to support conservation policies and participate in local initiatives. There are many inspiring examples of successful bird conservation. The recovery of the Mauritius kestrel, the reintroduction of the California condor, and the protection of the kakapo in New Zealand show what's possible with dedication and collaboration. These stories offer hope and valuable lessons for saving other endangered endemic birds around the world. Despite progress, many challenges remain. Climate change, habitat loss, and political instability can undermine conservation gains. It's essential to remain vigilant, adapt strategies, and build resilience in both ecosystems and communities. International cooperation and long-term commitment are necessary to ensure the survival of the world's endemic birds. Modern technology is transforming bird conservation. Drones, satellite imagery, and bioacoustics allow scientists to monitor remote areas and track elusive species. Mobile apps and citizen science platforms engage the public in data collection and awareness. These innovations are making conservation more effective and accessible than ever before. Global agreements like the Convention on Biological Diversity and CITES play a crucial role in protecting endemic birds. These treaties set standards for conservation, regulate trade, and promote international cooperation. By aligning national policies with global goals, countries can better protect their unique avian species and habitats. Future of endemic birds depends on our actions today. By supporting conservation, promoting sustainable development, and valuing biodiversity, we can ensure that these unique species continue to thrive. Every individual, community, and nation has a role to play in safeguarding the planet's natural heritage for generations to come. Everyone can contribute to bird conservation. Supporting local and international organizations, participating in citizen science, and making sustainable choices all make a difference. Even small actions like planting native trees or reducing plastic use help create healthier habitats for birds. Together, we can make a positive impact. Birds enrich our lives with their beauty, songs, and ecological roles. Endemic birds in particular remind us of the wonders of evolution and the importance of protecting our planet's diversity. By celebrating and learning about these species, we foster a deeper connection to nature and a greater commitment to conservation. Birds have inspired art, music, and folklore in cultures around the world. Endemic species often hold special significance, symbolizing national identity or local pride. Protecting these birds means preserving not only biodiversity but also cultural heritage. Their stories connect people across generations and continents. Many endemic birds play crucial roles as ecosystem engineers. They pollinate plants, disperse seeds, and control insect populations. Their activities help shape the structure and function of their habitats. Losing these birds can have cascading effects on entire ecosystems, underscoring the need for their protection. While many birds migrate across continents, endemic species are often sedentary, tied to specific habitats. This makes them especially vulnerable to local changes. Understanding the differences between migratory and endemic birds helps inform conservation strategies and highlights the importance of protecting key habitats year-round. Comprehensive checklists, like All the Birds of the World, are invaluable tools for scientists, conservationists, and bird enthusiasts. They provide up-to-date information on species distribution, status, and taxonomy. These resources help track changes in bird populations and guide conservation priorities at local and global scales. Climate change is altering habitats and shifting the ranges of many bird species. Endemic birds with their limited distributions are particularly at risk. Rising temperatures, changing rainfall patterns, and extreme weather events can disrupt breeding, feeding, and migration. Conservation plans must account for these changes to ensure the long-term survival of endemic birds. Habitat restoration and rewilding are powerful strategies for bringing back endemic birds. Planting native trees, removing invasive species, and restoring natural processes can create conditions for birds to return and thrive. These efforts benefit not only birds but also other wildlife and local communities. Birds contribute to human well-being in many ways. They provide ecosystem services, inspire creativity, and connect people to nature. Watching and listening to birds can reduce stress and improve mental health. Protecting endemic birds is not just an environmental issue, it's also about enhancing quality of life for people everywhere. Endemic birds often serve as flagship species for conservation campaigns. Their charisma and visibility help raise awareness and attract support for broader environmental goals. By focusing on these birds, conservationists can protect entire ecosystems and benefit many other species in the process. Conserving endemic birds requires collaboration across sectors and borders. Governments, NGOs, scientists, businesses, and local communities all have roles to play. Sharing knowledge, resources, and expertise leads to more effective and lasting results. Together, we can achieve more than any one group could alone. Story of the world's endemic birds is both inspiring and urgent. These species are irreplaceable treasures, each with its own story and role in nature. By acting now, through conservation, education, and sustainable living, we can ensure that future generations inherit a world rich in bird life and natural beauty. Let's celebrate and protect the incredible diversity of endemic birds together. As we conclude our journey through the checklist of the world's endemic birds, remember that every action counts. Whether you're a scientist, a birdwatcher, or simply someone who appreciates nature, your choices matter. By supporting conservation and spreading awareness, we can all contribute to a brighter future for these extraordinary birds and the ecosystems they call home. Thank you for joining us on this global adventure.